2025 playoffs with Chase Briscoe, with Denny Hamlin, and now it's Christopher Bell, who's 1 lap to go, thanks to Credit One Bank, away from victory. But Keselowski's not done with yet. Here comes Brad. Hits him hard.
Good, perfect. Stay
Bell
on, dude.
sustains it, and Bell's going to drive to victory.
Christopher Bell just revealed something that's got the entire NASCAR world talking. After one of the wildest playoff races we've seen in years, Bell opened up about what really went through his mind when Brad Keselowski came charging at him on that final lap. What he said next shocked everyone. But let's start from the beginning, because this story has more twists than the Bristol concrete. Saturday night was supposed to be straightforward. 4 drivers would get eliminated from the playoffs, and we'd move on to the round of 12. Simple, right? Wrong. What we got instead was absolute chaos. And it all started with a tire experiment that went completely sideways. Goodyear decided to bring a softer right-side tire to Bristol, hoping to create more tire wear and better racing. During Friday practice, everything looked normal. Teams were running 50 to 60 laps without any major tire issues. Crew chiefs were making their race plans based on those numbers. Then Saturday night arrived, and everything changed. The temperature dropped from Friday's 83 degrees to just 71 degrees on Saturday. That might not sound like much, but in NASCAR, it was the difference between a normal race and complete madness. Instead of lasting 50 laps like everyone expected, tires started showing serious wear after just 20 to 25 laps. Chris Gale, who calls the shots for Denny Hamlin, put it perfectly when he said, "If anyone says they expected that going in, they're lying to you." Even Adam Stevens, Bell's crew chief and a guy who's won championships, was caught off guard. He told reporters he would have bet his house that it would be a normal Bristol race. The tire situation got so bad that NASCAR had to step in and give teams an extra set of tires. We ended up with 14 cautions, the most at a Bristol night race in 20 years. But here's the thing, all that chaos set up one of the most incredible finishes you'll ever see. Brad Keselowski started the night 18th on the grid, which isn't great when you're desperately trying to get your first win of the season. RFK Racing hasn't won a race all year, and Keselowski's personal winless streak had stretched beyond 50 races. The pressure was mounting, but Keselowski did what champions do. He methodically worked his way through the field, finishing 8th in the first stage and 4th in the second. As the tire wear became a factor, his crew chief Jeremy Bullins made smart strategy calls that put them in position to win. With 62 laps to go, Keselowski took the lead. For a brief moment, it looked like this might finally be RFK Racing's night. He was pulling away from the field, controlling the race, doing everything right. Then came the caution that changed everything. With just 13 laps remaining, Cole Custer made a mistake that triggered a chain reaction. He merged onto the track right in front of Keselowski, causing contact that sent Bubba Wallace hard into the wall. The caution flag flew, and suddenly, Keselowski's comfortable lead was gone. This is where the strategy decisions got really interesting. Bullins made the call to pit for right-side tires only, which gave Keselowski valuable track position. He lined up 4th for the restart with 10 laps to go. Meanwhile, Christopher Bell, who had been running 5th, also pitted for fresh right-side tires. Now here's where things get crazy. Keselowski chose the outside lane for the restart, thinking it would give him the best shot to move forward. That decision backfired spectacularly. When the green flag dropped, Carson Hocevar in the 77 car spun his tires, and Zane Smith in the 38 got collected in the mess. Keselowski found himself stuck behind the chaos, while Bell, who had chosen the inside lane, had a clear path forward. Keselowski was frustrated, and you could hear it in his voice after the race. He told reporters. But Keselowski wasn't done fighting. He started hunting down Bell, making up ground lap by lap. With fresh tires and determination, he closed what had been a 3 or 4 car length gap. As they approached the final lap, Keselowski was right on Bell's bumper. This is where Christopher Bell's bombshell revelation comes in. After the race, Bell told the media something that surprised everyone. He said, "To be honest, I expected it. He ran me down from however long it was, 3 car lengths, 4 car lengths. I knew he was going to be really aggressive, really hungry." Think about that for a second. Bell knew exactly what was coming. He knew Keselowski was desperate for a win. He knew the veteran driver would try anything to get past him, and he was ready for it. Bell explained his strategy for those final laps, saying, "I think I backed my corner up a little bit, just trying to stay under the tires a little bit more. Those last 3 laps, I got the lead, and then we were on the right side tires. And I guess I just had less grip than I was anticipating, and I could not get my car to stick around the bottom." So Bell made a crucial adjustment. Instead of trying to run his normal line, he gave himself extra room. He positioned his car to absorb whatever Keselowski was about to throw at him, and boy, did Keselowski throw everything he had. Coming into the final corner, Keselowski lined up Bell perfectly for a classic Bristol bump and run. This is textbook short track racing. Use your bumper to move the car in front of you and take the win. Keselowski made contact with Bell's rear bumper, trying to knock him loose and slide by for the victory. But Bell was ready. He absorbed the hit and kept his car under control. The bump actually propelled Bell forward instead of spinning him out. It was an incredible display of car control under the most intense pressure imaginable. Bell admitted those final laps weren't pretty, telling reporters, "Those last 3 laps, they were not my prettiest 3 laps I've run in my career, but it was good enough to get to the checkered flag first." Keselowski was left shaking his head after the race. He knew he'd executed the bump and run correctly, but it just didn't work. As he told the media, "I had a shot at him down here on the last lap. I hit him and it didn't do anything." The racing analysts were blown away by what they'd witnessed. Jeff Gluck from The Athletic said Keselowski nailed him and hit him pretty hard. But he also praised Bell's ability to hang on, noting that Bell is known as a clean driver who wants to win races the right way. Jordan Bianchi, also from The Athletic, was even more direct in his praise of Bell. He said, "There was no luck, this was skill. He did a masterful job of putting himself in position and great driving. This is as earned as it gets." What makes Bell's performance even more impressive is the context. Just 1 week earlier at Gateway, he'd been furious with his team over their late race strategy. He'd finished 7th and let his frustration show publicly. Coming into Bristol, there were questions about whether that frustration would affect his performance. Instead, Bell delivered when it mattered most. This was his 4th win of the season, but his first since Phoenix back in March. The victory didn't just secure his spot in the round of 12, it completed a perfect sweep of the round of 16 for Joe Gibbs Racing. For Keselowski, the near miss was another chapter in what's been a frustrating season. This was eerily similar to what happened at Atlanta earlier this year, where he lost the lead on the final lap. The pattern of coming close but not quite getting there has to be maddening for a driver of his caliber.